Hello, hello. We're gonna test today if I fix the overlay that disappeared the chat. Chats are still combined, but we're gonna hope that they are to work a bit better together. And we also open the spectator dashboard to see what we have to cast. I saw Heart, Phosphoro, and Gabby all playing. MBL and Heart could be a good one. They're into Arabia good ways. Also have Moray and Miguel. And Phosphoro against Empanada. That's a big mismatch though. It's Phosphoro 25-91. Let's do our MBL versus Heart to get started off. It will be Aztecs, MBL the Khmer. And Kita, hello Kita, how are you doing? There's a lovely pizza emote. Did you have fun with your late night Michi? And Sody Cat, hello, hello. And look at that. Oh wait, why is Kita's chat not picked up there? Wait, it's there and not there. Okay, it's still not swapping properly between the scenes. All right. Still stuff for me to fix. Alright, my very first attempt at checking and it didn't work. I don't know why it's so hard to get different sized chat boxes on different scenes. I'll have to keep experimenting. So, Drush from Heart, cleaned up by MBL. It's the Chicken Arabia. MBL, the blue Khmer to the north, Heart, the red Aztecs to the south. Heart's just walling up to the edge of the map. Forward gold, MBL, thinking about towering that. He's got archers forward. That's a range from Heart. We need to get some skirms out. There's some square. Where's the other? Okay, there's the first skirms. MBL force back. Eagle's there. MBL gonna tower his gold. Just patrol in the front, wall to the edge of the map. Keep some golds safe in the back. That's a cliff. That's not stone. I thought that was stone almost. I looked at it. Yeah, house and market up here for MBL, still walling off. And both players up to castle. MBL up first. Stable for MBL by that tower, gonna defend his gold. And I think we're about catching up to real time as MBL's gonna move in from the side with some crossbowmen. Try to break through some walls and get inside.
But
So far it's just full skirm, so Eagle plus skirm for our Heart as the Eagles go forward. MBL probably has to swap to Cav. He's making knights. And a second TC. So this is where I feel if Heart just goes full pressure with Eagles. Forward siege. MBL won't be able to make enough army to stop him. And maybe MBL is relying on Heart not scouting that extra TC in the back. Seeing the gold there. But MBL is mostly walled, not fully walled though. This front is still open, defended just by a tower. 17 military to 12. That's a lot of crossbowmen that are probably going to be ineffective against Skirm plus Eagle.
But
And I think we're good also on YouTube chat, right? We're good here. I can type a smile there and it shows up on the overlay. Yes, it does. Does it show up on the out of game overlay? Gotta do some detective work. No, it gets reset. Okay, stuff still gets reset. I made a change to my overlay, hoping that it wouldn't get reset, and it still does get reset. Oh well, Kim Spec, hello, hello, hello. I'll have to get very creative then. Alright. Which Jaguar Warrior was more frequently viable? They did try to buff them recently. Crossbow versus Leopard. And the crossbow wins. Second TC from Heart, so I'm not going to go full pressure. I'll have a TC behind this. Okay, I have an idea. Hold on. I copy that over to here. Send it all the way down to the bottom so it doesn't show up. I gotta go here, copy it there too. Alright. This go here. Full on chat, we're being creative. We're gonna make sure you're visible. That you don't disappear. Alright. Hope you're staying cool. I'm managing to stay cool. Oddly enough, this room I stream from is fairly cool over the summer. Lock that, lock that. Okay, attempt number 2. I'm gonna hope that the chats don't get erased when I swap scenes. We can keep an eye on that. Keep our eyes on that.
Comance?
My trick was put the chat on every scene, but put it behind stuff, so it's not visible. That's how I get Capture Age to load in. It's a very silly trick, but sometimes you gotta be silly to use OBS properly. And here is Heart, where I thought Aztecs could overwhelm in military. Is this an overwhelming advantage? How valuable will 2 conversions be? They won't save the monks, but they might save the skirms if the skirms can pick off crossbowmen. But more knights come forward for MBL, and Hart's just gonna try to get back. Doesn't have his eagles in position. And there are 2 conversions worth 2 monks? Aztec monks are pretty darn strong. Only when you get upgrades on them. Just Sanctity so far. Good job casting at Brazilian Dynasty. Thank you, thank you. I rather enjoyed being there. There's another TC from Hart.
Comance? Walk.
And we'll have Forging from MBL.
Comanta. Bantne.
And oh my god, the skirm's blocking the monk from picking up the relic. Trying to pathfind his way through there. He gets it eventually. So here comes some crossbows, but 2 TCs here from my Heart. Crossbows might be able to walk around a bit, but not much room for them to get through. They'll have Devotion for MBL.
Comance?
Excuse me, as a cough. Still a bit of a post-travel sickness. Thanks for the follow. Hello, Chipter. Chipter was there in Brazil. Chipter, are you dealing with Brazil travel sickness like I am? And like T90 is? And like Viper is? Sometimes that happens at lands. Everyone gets sick. You forgot Friday existed. What's Friday?
Comance? Walk.
Slept 24 hours. Oh, I wish I could do that. Sounds lovely.
But
So, big group of knights, crossbows here. Absolutely crucial that Hart gets conversions with the monks. Absolutely crucial. He starts converting, maybe a tiny bit late. There are some pikemen there. Crossbows from MBL want to pick off monks. There's 1 conversion, and the converting monk gets killed. So only 1 conversion, but lots of skirms for Hart. And so far, Hart's managed to pick off some crossbowmen, but now I think MBL, who already has a KD lead, is going to take a nice fight with the knights against the skirms. All those skirms could end up going down. Made a blanket for it. Oh, that's nice. Did I wear a mask on the plane? I did not. I was not sick when I got on the plane. I didn't feel sick until after I got back. He's going down to knights. This is a nice night raid from MBL. Worthy of the Monday night games. Is today Monday or is today Tuesday? It's Monday, right? Yeah, today's Monday. Got confused for a second. Knights here just underneath the TCs of Hart, raiding everything. Planes are the worst for picking up illnesses. That they are. But considering it's everyone at the LAN who was sick, feels like it was probably more of a LAN issue than a plane issue. we go touch some grass. Have fun touching the grass, Tripta. I did that earlier. And here I think MBL just overwhelms Heart the way I thought Heart might have been able to overwhelm MBL earlier. The Chimera have enough of a boom now they can go Knight Scorpion, and I don't think the Aztecs can fight that properly. That's why I kind of like the Triple Barracks Eagles from the Aztecs. You let your Knight Civ boom, and suddenly they have a composition that fights you. I joined maybe a bit too late to get a feel for how the eco shaped up as they went to the Castle Age. So Pikeman's still poking down the Knights. Monk wants a conversion on a Knight. That Watchtower is down to 20 hit points. But it still stands, so Heart could repair that if he wants to, but MBL up to Imp. Up to the Imperial Age, and the front TC. Might have preferred it in this back TC, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go for the outpost, and another Knight. Low on HP, will attack a villager here. MBL starting to lose some hit points. Workshops with Scorpions, about to pump Scorpions.
Walk.
And Imperial Age on the way for Heart. That'll just be more and more Scorpions pumped from MBL. As he's doing iron casting and heavy plow himself. We'll also have a university for MBL. And nothing should stop him from getting Imp. I like the outposts from Heart. Gonna scout some of the extra golds. If he keeps going farther, he'll find another extra gold. So controlling this area of the map with all the hills and the long run, get a castle there. You can hold for a while. Aztecs don't have the best castles. That was one of our trivia questions at the quiz. They lack masonry, architecture, and hoardings. Vietnamese lack masonry and architecture, but they have hoardings. Same for Byzantines, even though they also get the HP bonus. So Eagle Warrior for Heart, not too far behind MBL. And the Aztecs do have Siege Onagers as an option to fight Chimera Scorpions, but that's not something you really want to do in 1v1 Arabia. It's way too expensive. There's a monk that can go for a conversion on the Knights. The pikemen are going to split up and try to fight the Scorpions. The monk doesn't get the conversion. And I think all the pikemen there from Heart just die. Oh, Knights and Scorpions killing the pikemen. There's an outpost. Oh, outpost just to see all the Scorpions. So more TCs from MBL, adding in more economy. Already on 108 vills. That'll protect his stone a bit. And Heart now desperate for a castle at home. Awkward that it's downhill. MBL could design for Trebs to sit atop that hill and besiege the castle. Scorpion's just gonna sit under the tower. Oh wait, this is sick. This is sick. Look at the Scorpions. They can help take out the tower. There's Heart up to Imp. Not gonna break through immediately. Just will turn and go for the market. Block printing, chainmail armor. Very defensive techs though. Defending when he's already maybe behind. But if there's one thing the Aztecs do have, it's cheap military. He's able to do all the armor upgrades. Maybe then, maybe, he can jump the Scorpions. MBL wants a forward castle, not on a hill though. Outpost will spot it, so Heart will be well aware of what's happening with the castle. Monks go forward, looking to convert Knights. The rest of the army has to dance back and forth. We'll have chemistry for MBL. Monks want conversions on the Scorpions. Jaguar will go eat some Knights. Two Scorpions converted. Maybe that's how Aztecs deal with Scorpions. They just convert them. Aztec monks are still scary. Now, res collected super far ahead is MBL. Chimera is still far more expensive, or still have the far more expensive army. Siege Engineers, the Scorpions will get up to 9 range. Defensive castle for MBL, who has scouted the 2 extra golds. Heart still sees but one of them. And won't see that gold as he goes to chase Knights. Maybe he'll grab that relic and see the gold. Remember, no Halb for the Aztecs, just pikemen. So long-term trash war against the Khmer, who have hussars and great farms for the Hussars. It gets very awkward. Elite Eagle Warrior for Heart. Does at least have 3 relics, though. 3 Aztec relics. Very nice. Inscription from the castle, and will he be able to push? Couple of houses there from Heart. As the Knights and Light Cav will be running around. And castle from MBL. So MBL securing the extra resources. Exactly where you want a castle. Does chemistry affect scorpions? Yes, gives them +1 attack. And a fire projectile. See, the 11 +1, that +1 is from chemistry. Nice hit on the pikeman. So now we get the fully upgraded Chimeras. I guess not fully upgraded. They need double crossbow. MBL still does need double crossbows. Oh, that's okay. Capture Rate doesn't underline the S in double crossbows. Is it double crossbow or double crossbows? I don't know, but it's more than just double in terms of the number of knights that are here. Raiding a Heart versus his defensive pikeman. John Phosphoro, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I'm just gonna cast some games tonight. We got Heart versus MBL here. And a bunch of knights hoovering, as the wizard would say, around Heart's economy. MBL moving out with the castles to secure the extra golds. And also doing guard tower, that'll help out against any raids. I don't think he has many. He has many towers. Some good ones versus Gabby. Nice. Scorpions here getting converted. How will the Elite Eagles fare against all those heavy Scorpions? I would think poorly. That's kind of a weird thing, though, that you kind of want melee units to surround the Scorpions to destroy them, but you can't really get the best surround. See, maybe he can. There's a tower. Some Repairville's going for the Scorpions. The Scorpions are mostly going down. Some Eagles dying, too. Getting there. They still don't have their final armor upgrade. Well, maybe that's enough for Heart to turn this around. He's being raided everywhere, though. Doesn't get the wall up on the right. Scorpions attacking his stone miners on the left. He's no longer stone walled. Raids can come in there eventually. But at the same time, Heart forward, and where he needs his army to protect his trebs, he has it. Going for the castle. Pikeman there to take out the Light Cav. I think Heart will have anything to kill trebs. Will MBL have anything to kill trebs? Because Light Cav, if they're trying to dive the trebs, might die to pikes. And Scorpions still, it's purest damage, so they probably won't destroy trebs. MBL did give Scorpions... Oh, hello there. Look at that Light Cav. Please just blend it in. Just blend it in. If you're on... Here's a trick. Add your unit to no attack stance just as it's converted. It keeps the same stance once it's converted. So if your opponent doesn't change it back, it just won't attack anything. A pro player probably will realize that they need to change the stance, or they probably will just change it here and there. But if you're going against the AI, especially in a campaign, they probably won't know. Fill up their pop space with useless units. I think I did that in one of the pacifist runs. More conversions on Scorpions. Do the Khmer have Heresy? They do not. But no faith, just devotion. So MBL's still taking that gold, and still, this is a matchup where the Aztecs run out of gold. All of a sudden, they struggle as they can't make Eagles anymore. And they're kind of reduced just to pikemen, which even if Heart were to research Garland Wars for the extra attack, pikemen itself, yeah, it doesn't really feel all that good. But looks like MBL is victorious. Does Capture Rate just not show the GG messages anymore? Because we have a GG in game. I feel weird that literally every game I spectate doesn't have one. I'm getting the curiosity that maybe it just isn't showing it. That's a 251 to 141 KD for MBL. Chimera, I feel like they should win against Aztecs if they get to the late game. I am still kind of surprised. It felt like the second TC for MBL gave Hart an opportunity to push an early Castle Age. What were the up timings, though? Both kind of slow, but if you're up at 21 minutes, you should have the eco to go forward siege. Strange game, at least. The chat's laying game now, it's usually sent after the resign. Yeah, I know if you, like, post it after you resign, it doesn't show it. But usually people post before they resign. I don't know. Anyway, let me just get an ad out of the way so we don't have them during games. We'll find something else to spectate. Let's see, Phosphor went offline. We'll have more Heart MBL. It'll be Mapuche versus Chinese. I'll keep their colors the same. And Gabby's playing versus Fire right now. I think this is good, and we're at real time. Get a sip of water before casting. How's everyone doing tonight? And, or this morning, this Tuesday morning if you're Soxy. Heart salty at the Civ randoms. Are the Khmer a top 3 Civ? It's a beautiful morning. It's always a beautiful morning when Soxy's around. Chinese, sure, I'll take them as top 3, but Khmer? I mean, they're good. MBL doesn't like the Civs. MBL's like, what are you talking about? I don't have good Civs. Couple of bushes mixed in with the Dragon Forest. Interesting, interesting. Couple of dead trees, too. Some forest mixing. Oh, yeah, also, wait, hold on, let me... Sorry, chat, I'm gonna check something out of game. Are your messages still there? Oh, all the messages are still there. I may have hacked around and found a solution to my missing message problem. Alright, alright. I'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. The hidden chat behind everything seems to work. We don't have too many YouTube chats right now, but... Hello, just casting some games. Just casting some games. Just casting some games. About what you said, no attack stance when units are getting converted. Yep, if your unit, whatever attack stance your unit has when it's converted maintains the same stance. So you put it on no attack stance unless your opponent realizes to change it. It'll only attack when ordered specifically to. Can't be patrolled in. Yeah, mission 3 of Genghis Khan. Yep, that was it. OBS isn't updating my chat. I need to figure out how to view my YouTube chat properly in OBS now. But anyway, Chicken Arabia again, settlement kind of forward for Heart. He is the Mapuche. And foragers drop off 25% more food. I never even realized that. I played the Civ enough, I didn't realize that was an eco bonus for them. Settlements can train spearmen and skirms, and infantry slingers and skirms extra hit points. And this is the Bolas Rider Civ. So I wonder if... I mean, Phosphor did just raid us. I wonder if Heart might be tempted to go FC Bolas Rider. Give us a little Phosphoro. It's a nice gold mine. Maybe the settlement could have been a tile over so we'd have more room to mine it, but should be fine to take from both sides. Doors in the boar. Another settlement can go over here between the berries and the wood. Over here would be sick, actually. But a bit harder to defend. Oh, also warthogs. These are boars, they're just renamed to be warthogs.
Mari.
If you ever see an animal with a weird name these days, it's literally... You can... give animals different names now. You like that? What just happened?
My.
Scam?
什么？
I don't know. I think he probably just dodged a TC volley. And oh, ooh, MBL not running into the TC. Part with his own personal empire. Also, this does count as all of the buildings you need. Counts as 2 buildings. You can click up to the feudal age just with it. We'll have some Champy scouts now from that barracks.
Valet.
So Champy Rush against Men-at-Arms, which I think the Men-at-Arms should win. What do you think, chat? Men-at-Arms beat Champies? So you have to go immediately for Champy Runner, but even then I think the Men-at-Arms win. So where will Hart put his settlement here? Okay, that's the simple position. But I feel like you don't get many berries here. I mean, you do it here, and you can't get the wood, obviously. But that's why I was thinking over here. You get more berries. You're not as far away. And then you also get wood. I don't know. Anyway, the Champies are forward. And will we see Champy Runner? Our 4th Champy is on the way for Hart. Champies take a hit. He's pretty weak. There is Champy Runner. There is Men-at-Arms for MBL. Looking to teach Hart a lesson with his Men-at-Arms. Has a few palisade walls appear for Hart. Wild chicken collected from Hart too.
My.
何种命令？
And MBL walling the gold. Might go for some more small walls to keep the Champy runners out. How fast are these things? 1.1 movement speed. So significantly faster than the 0.96 of the Men-at-Arms. And nice small walls from Hart to keep everything safe. And is there a hole? There is not a hole. There's a felled tree there, keeping the Men-at-Arms out. And MBL will just do an archery range, wall towards his TC. So it's almost like he's playing Tepui here with how far forward all the resources are. Main gold pretty far forward. How do you conquer the horse unit of the Mapuche? The Bolas Rider? I genuinely have no idea how to counter the Bolas Riders. Maybe you need skirms, but they are a very strong unit. Oh, the one with a spear? Oh, the Kona? That... I think you just want your normal anti-cav units. Camels, a pikeman line, some monks. They should all be useful against it. You destroyed you last time. The Bolas Rider is what I'm really afraid of, but that does seem to be a strong combo. Bolas plus Kona. And here is MBO with a villager that might go down. Alright, good job blocking. Tanks some TC fire. Loses a champion, but gets a Vil. He's gonna hope that's worth it. Scout and Men-at-Arms for MBL making their way around the back of Hart's base. We'll have the 120... What does this go up to? The skirms take longer to train in the settlements. This 166% skirm? Oh no, higher than that? Oh gosh, how much skirm are we getting here? Gonna get 200% skirm and more? And climbing? Okay, that was well over 200% of a skirm there. But it trained. You'll see it, the dot too. The dot will expand and get super huge. But Hart taking advantage of the... bonus that the settlements train spears and skirms, and he's training some skirms. Indeed, indeed. Has to be careful of an overchop over here. Sending the skirms forward. Trying to keep some pressure with the champions and reinforce with the skirms. No blacksmith yet. MBL's wheelbarrow. Early wheelbarrow. Helps if he has to run Vils. Maybe he will here soon. Diagonally building a wall over, or a house over his own palisade wall. A nice thing for me to note. Let's grab a screenshot of that for myself. That'll be good for my Coast Arena diagonal gate video that I'm finishing. You can build diagonally over your own walls, just not over enemy walls. Now delete the palisade and wall over there, give himself some more room to save the Vils, and just try to wall this up now so nothing breaks through. So fletching for Hart. Res collected still pretty close between the two of them, which makes you feel pretty good if you're against the Chinese. And then he's making Hearts, forcing MBL to invest into scouts to deal with the skirms. MBL had a few archers out, so archer skirms scout for him. As the house goes up, and more farms are added in for Hart around his TC. And some scouts come forward, men-at-arms will kill some skirms too. So now it's up to Hart. Can he get away from the scouts? MBL going to use the scouts as best he can to pick off skirmishers. And can they even fight the champions? Looks like they can fight them decently enough, especially if the men-at-arms are involved. Then Hart gonna lose everything here. Gonna lose everything as the scouts now can pick off the skirms. Oh, that's a horrible fight. That was an absolutely horrible fight. Now you gotta be getting yourself into Hart's mindset. Started off the game with some trash talk about the Civ randomness. Now he's down to the Chinese, having lost his army. Needs a couple of kills with that spear to make up for it. Okay, 1-2 scouts down. That helps there. 9-4 still. Scout just out there in the middle of nowhere. A lot of skirms, so these archers from MBL have to be careful. Still a men-at-arms forward. The archers try to get the spear. The men-at-arms are down. As the spear goes back. Anyway, scout goes down. And Castle Age collect for MBL. Alright, so what's he going to do on the way up? Has one of every building, so it could do more skirms, more spears, more scouts. Looks like it'll be more skirms. Guess that's the safe option. Skirm to counter skirm. Defensive tower for Hart, realizing he's open and not walled. Market for him. So he'll be up as soon as the market's finished, if not sooner, if he has a lot of food. Income 16 farms. There's double bit axe and fletching for MBL. There's more walls come up over here for Hart. Another range. Okay, so range could indicate Bolus Rider. Probably the most fun unit there is for the Mapuche, but that's why MBL going skirms. Yeah, if I have skirms, you can probably fight the Bolus Rider. I think that's what YouTube was saying earlier. Skirms to fight the Bolus Rider. And double ranges, so 100% Bolus Rider for now. And will MBL scout that? And only positive vibes. Hello, hello, hello. I think MBL will scout that. As skirms come over. Not dressed up in my Teutonic Knight outfit. I'll have to bring that back someday. And thank you, Mario V 1902 for the follow. So what's the next power 2 we need to hit? 16,384 followers? You just hit 16k the other day. Yeah, I'm not going to cast too long because I can tell my voice still hurts from the land travel. But hopefully I get better by next week when we do Rage Forest. So some vills here for MBL. They'll move forward. He's going to drop a castle. Oh, that castle will be right on Hart's face. Let's go, let's go. That'll take out the tower. Hart doesn't have stone to tower it. Hart has 14 military and it's all skirms out here. One knight from MBL. Does MBL need armor or bloodlines for the knight? He can lose the fight as long as he delays the skirms enough to get the castle up. Oh, that's a nasty castle. He's the Chinese. He can then go Chuko News. How did Chuko News do against Bolus Riders? I'm not sure. There's Elite Skirm from Hart. Since he's upgrading the skirms, he's not going to have as many Bolus Riders. This castle's going up. There's a town center for MBL right behind it. Alright, let's go. Town center right behind the castle.
Chopin.
This is the type of gameplay I want to see. Freaking forward castle drops. So Heart's still doing more, or mining more stone. Could maybe do more defensive towers, but that opens things up for MBL to do a workshop. So 2 TCs for MBL. He'll have the forward gold. And with his main gold being kind of forward and his other gold options far away, that's nice for him. In the long run, extra golds are on MBL's side of the map. That helps out quite a bit. And a TC in the back for Heart. 2 TCs for him.
Filet.
Dragon tree being chopped. MBL taking the straggler. Getting every bit of wood from the map that he can extract. And it'll be a 3rd TC for MBL. So he's got a 3 TC boom, but one of his TCs is on gold under a forward castle. And he's farming there. He doesn't want to oversaturate the gold mine. So he'll throw up some farms around the TC.
Chopin. Aye.
As this TC from Heart will go down, so he's going to be down to, well, 2 TCs again once this one goes down. And he doesn't have too many Bolus Riders. He only has 6 of them. He's trying to go forward as a group of Bolus Riders, a group of Skirms. MBL aware of this, though. He's doing defensive towers and his own Skirms. Armor on the Skirms, even. On Shuko new. No Elite Skirm yet, but they are armored. There's Elite Skirm. He'll push the Bolus Riders back. As the TC will slowly but surely be whittled down by the castle. Some Shuko news in the castle will make for more arrows. Honestly, wouldn't even mind seeing a follow-up castle drop from MBL. Has to be careful from the Skirm raid. Wouldn't be too bad.
Chopin.
Here's a siege workshop from Heart. Defensive workshop for MBL. So what do you do from MBL in this position? Now you need, you get these little armies scattered around your base. And some vills being picked off. This is kind of awkward to defend too. Time for some more request AoE TV. Put up on your TV. Nice. That's why I think sometimes the YouTube stream's nice, because it plays better with TVs for the most part.
Aye.
So forward workshop from Heart, more of a middle of the map workshop than one that's overly forward. Trying to find what the default zoom is. Wait, if I do like 2, nope, that doesn't do it. All right, never mind.
Filet.
House coming down to Castle Fire. Little Bolus Riders scattered around. A TC up for Heart. Nope, a bit of a T90 farm for Heart, leaving a gap there. There's no T90 playing today. Maybe he's just watching and he'll listen to the farms be critiqued. So lots of chickens in the middle of the map. And we'll have a cheetah. Ooh, renamed to a cheetah this time. Attacking a Vil. Cheetah goes down. Castle will take down its barracks. And tower up on the gold for Heart. Lawns, hello Combat Disco, how you doing? Down here, these Bolus Riders getting peppered by some tower fire. Heart, don't forget about your army like that. See, no ballistics for either player, so they're mostly focused on booming. Heart will get his 3rd TC back, going to the edge of the map, and despite losing a TC, he actually will be up in Vil still. Against the Chinese, no less. And thank you, Maverick, for the follow. Thank you very much. And now Rocket Cart versus Mangonel. Does that Rocket Cart hit nothing? I felt like he should have hit some Bolus Riders there. I can never tell with rocket carts, though. Okay, TC finishes off a Bolus Rider. Vil trying to repair, some repair Vils for Hart. Bolus Riders everywhere. And they somehow escape the rockets again.
Mari.
Looks like Vil versus Mangonel didn't work very well. Vil's there to repair the Mangonels, to repair them. There's a rocket crowd out here, too. MBL trying to hold the hill as he's doing the gold mining upgrade. Still pushing with true canoes. Hart can do his own castle. So the safe thing is maybe a defensive castle somewhere over here. The fun thing is dropping a castle right on MBL's face. Maybe even right on his main gold. Can't do it too close to the workshop. But maybe like right here would be sick. He's got the Vils. Okay, that works too. That works too. A main gold castle. Maybe he's thinking, you know what, this gold's already kind of mined out. MBL can have that. I'll take the main gold, which he hasn't really taken that much. 7k gold here. One shot the foundation. MBL with a rocket cart. Hart deletes it. He gets his stone back. Oh, MBL had that timed perfectly. Hart was aware, though, he deleted it. Deleted it in time. Would have been sick had it worked. That's one of my favorite things. You see someone going for a forward castle, you have a Mangonel, you time it properly, and you one-shot the foundation. YouTube chat is updating. Hart places on Civ. Why does Capture Age say Hart on the top score area? It should say Hart. Oh, that's because I mistyped something. Thank you. Hart, he's the Mapuche. There we are. That's because I need to update my UI so I can't mistype stuff. My bad. There's a castle from MBL. Or no, not a castle. He'll move it. And I'll be a bit more defensive with it. Doesn't want to get hit by a Mangonel. Wants to keep it safe. Well, that house will go down to the Mangonels. It'll open up then a raiding path. So here are the Kona. Someone was asking about the Kona earlier. Maybe the way you deal with them is being up to Imp first. And then having the units to take them down. MBL finishing the stone in the back. This is a nasty castle. Res collected are still pretty similar. But now it's Imp versus Castle. I don't know what you can do going full Castle as the Mapuche. Could do the bonus Skirmisher pass-through damage. Rocket cart will hit a Mangonel down. Did they fix the gold crown thingy? That was a bug for the Italians that apparently has been there for a while. Gold crowns for other civs should be fine. That menu still takes a while to load. So, oh, MBL, he wants another castle maybe? Where are those Vils going? I think the Vils just finished the gold he was mining and then maybe auto-tasked to this gold. Right now he has Trebs. You do another forward castle if you have more room to deploy them. Handcart. If anything, it makes the Vils run faster in all this chaos. There's ballistics for Hart. Hart still has a score lead, but now has to defend his castle against Trebs. Yeah, there's a Civ-specific thing. And handcart for MBL. That should finish. But 101 Vils to 85. Hart definitely pulling ahead in resources collected now. And MBL will have to find something to do with these Vils. Oh, Hart. Hart going for a... I don't even know. This isn't a forward castle, but he's castle dropping MBL. It's just MBL is so far forward, it's almost a defensive castle. But castle plus ram could have gone even more forward, more backwards, whatever the direction. Could have gotten closer to MBL's TC. Some Bolus Riders now around the back of MBL's base looking to raid. At least MBL finished his stone, so he's not vulnerable back there. But you'll need to notice that the Vils are here chopping wood and exposed. MBL not noticing this. Microing on the front, but he's going to lose quite a few Vils. Nothing left, no garrison. Sending the skirms, but too late, as he's maybe too raptured by the castle forward on his TC. The Mangonels going forward. Don't think they'll have the hill, but can still attack the TC.
Chuan.
So Skirm's forcing the Bolus Riders back. There's ballistics at the university.
准备就绪。
So that'll be ballistics then for MBL. Art has it already. Trebs are still awkward to deal with, and they will be walled in as MBL takes the score lead. So defensive castle and Trebs. Very hard to stop this for Hart when he's still in the castle age, and particularly because Chuko News deals so much damage to rams that you can't go for a ram push. Your only option really is to get in for Treb. And his eco now is a bit of a mess. He has a ton of gold, but not much eco. And to fight the Chuko News, he can go skirms, but Chuko News can get Bracer to all their armor. And let's see, Hart can pick off one Treb. Still has a good Vil lead. He'll try to get to the Chuko News. I don't think his cab get there. And still MBL not losing his military. We'll have Iron Casting on the way for Hart.
Mine.
As Chuko News pick off a Skirm. And Skirms will be looping around the outside. So, MBL going for a bit of a sneak attack with the Skirms. You all know Skirm's best rating unit in the game. And the Chuko News just keep pushing in. Settlement will be destroyed. And, oh, Chuko News, they're a good rating unit too. They'll force Hart off of that gold. Now, how's Hart's gold control? He still has gold over there he can find. But I think he's struggling a bit. MBL mined one of his golds. His main gold is under MBL's TC fire. I never read YouTube? I do read YouTube. Race car driver. And you're on the stream now. You're on the stream now. Here come the Krona. The problem is OBS sometimes doesn't show me YouTube. Still working on fixing that. But Treb down to the Konas. They keep pushing through. Ram push continuing. We'll have Thumbring for MBL. So Thumbring that'll make the Chuko News shoot even faster. I mean, this is a good push from Hart, but I don't think he can stop the Chuko News. Can't really keep his Rams safe. A couple of Scorpions are dealing with the Skirms too. Chuko News also destroy Mangonels. The short range against the Mangonels is difficult to work around, but if you micro properly, you take them down. Now MBL just needs a few more Chuko News and you take down the Rams. MBL has two separate bases. Hart has a castle between them. But here comes the Ram push. Here comes the Ram push. Some of them are pretty low HP already. Let's just see just how effective the Chuko News are. No Skirms inside the Rams either. And some Vils can even be pulled from MBL to fight the Rams. And this castle should stand. Yeah, push isn't going anywhere for Hart. MBL close to within 5 villagers. Handcart just coming in now for Hart. Now he keeps raiding with the Chuko News. Oh, the handcart TC, that won't come in. That'll be destroyed by the Trib. Also impressive, MBL has not been housed all game. So there's a GG, MBL's victorious, and I just realized that. He's known for being housed. Captrades has a new how long you house stat. Tells us 0 housed. How fast does your race car go? Cat Clips TV over in YouTube. There we are. And we'll check when we tab out that the chat doesn't disappear. So that's 132 to 93 KD for MBL. Military numbers were much larger in Hart, but couldn't make the full Castle Age work. And I think we saw how Chuko News stopping Rams made that extra tricky. I enjoyed watching me and Daniela cast in Brazil. Well, thank you, Zostrom. Glad you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll be doing some more lands in the future. The near future. Alright, so once again, getting the ad out of the way on Twitch, you can hop over to the YouTube and the chat. I don't think the chat disappeared at all. I think it's all there. Lovely. Alright, I may have fixed one of the problems. And we'll find what else to cast. See, I think Gabby's still playing. MBL found Lobo. Gabby's against the 2K1. She'll probably dominate that. Prisma and Fire are pretty far into her game. Is Hart gonna try to stop Q? Oh, T90's queuing. T90's queuing. So we could do MBL Lobo, or we could wait for T90 to find a game. Let's wait for T90 for a moment. I need to I need to rest my voice for a minute after casting. Still, this sickness really getting to me. And the little caterpillar. Go T90. Alright, he's queuing. He's queuing. We also do have a 2v2. Siscon Stone Please against Nacho and Andy. That's just Arabia, though. I'll show you what the queue looks like with T90 queuing here. Oh, I didn't accidentally click that. So what do you guys think about... I'm thinking of bringing cartographers back for next year. What do you guys think about maps for 2v2s? That always had some standard maps in it, like Arabia and Arena. And I really do love Arena and Black Forest 2v2s. But I'm thinking we do go maybe a bit crazier for next season. Not have standard maps. Everything kind of crazy. 21 maps is a lot. But I think we can do something fancy with it. And T90's still there queuing. Anything chaotic is a win. There's lots of chaos is what I'm being told. The fun of cartographer is the crazy maps. Yeah, like 4 seasons. And get some good games on 4 seasons. I like the maps where players have different roles. Like Sumatra last time. People will enjoy playing and watching. Can we make any maps with meteor strikes or earthquakes? That's gonna be the Dynamic Battles tournament. Did T90 stop queuing? Did he stop queuing? Is he just re-queuing now? Was he like, up, no one else is queuing, I'm gonna re-queue? He might have done that. Sometimes people do that. Let's see, we're in T90 watch right now. After the giant crack randomly. No, this is a map that like earthquakes and destroys your buildings. It's pretty cool. Who is this symbols person? It's like the chat filter. Hit your name. So is this just a debate? T90 just debating us with his Q and unqueue? Have to be strategic together and it's not just 2 1v1s? Yeah, that's a good point too. Because sometimes you get players having different roles, but it's just different 1v1s. That's kind of what Sumatra did. Any maps where you have to abandon Ornlu to die? I think that's every map. I have a video on my YouTube booming while Ornlu dies, and then I also have dying while Ornlu booms. Big gladiator pit. We'll see, I bet we can do some fun stuff. We'll need to get people involved with maps. I think Zawal has been a great 2v2 map for us. That one's also a bit crazy. I can name things after Ornlu in game. You are correct. We can name things after Ornlu now in game. We could also just use Ornlu the Wolf. We have Ornlu the Wolf and Son of Ornlu. Those are strings. Anything can be named them, or we could actually just use them. So no T90, sadly. He just kind of abandoned the queue. Could go into MBL Lobo still. Let's see if we have Heart queuing against someone other than MBL. Or maybe Andy will find a 2v2. I wouldn't mind casting a 2v2, but I'll have to change my capture age overlay for that. add a name of T90's uncle, add that in game. So we do also have Rage Force coming up. That'll be starting on the 20th. I'm really looking forward to that. Do what we can to cast that along with the league. Oh yeah, T90 just isn't queuing. Can relics be spawned from dead units? Yes, they can. You can change the dead unit ID. And when a unit dies, it will spawn, instead of a corpse, a relic. Kind of curious what Andy is queuing for. If he's still doing 2v2s. Yeah, queuing with Nacho. Might be doing some 2v2s. Someone translate the stream title for me. La Nueva. If I zoom out, did I? What is the title? Someone chat, translate for me. What does that mean? Oh, Niaz is queuing with Tofu. I wonder if we'll get a 2v2. Niaz Tofu against maybe Andy Nacho. That'd be cool. Try to cast a 2v2. Give me something a bit different. We need a Spanish speaker in the chat. Anyone? What's the title mean? I'm always curious when we see, like, the top of the ladder queuing. Why they don't just, like, insta-match. No any Spanish? That's fine. It's fine. I'm wondering if we could do some type of Pilgrims or Migration map. Oh, queuing. Oh, now Kingstone's joined the queue. Okay, okay. Kingstone's joined the queue with Andy and Nacho. Who will their opponents be? Enjoy how I think we've gained viewers while just looking at the queue. Is this how we should stream? Look at names. Look at names and hope people find the games. New golden age has begun. We haven't stopped. Then it says top 100 in the world on the end there. Ooh, okay, okay. Is Nacho top 100? Probably in team games. If you grind enough team games, you'll get there. It's not the most competitive top of the ladder. Alright, well, while we're waiting, let's do another ad on Twitch to get that out of the way. The good waiting for games segment. Maybe we should have just gone NBL Lobo. Oh, I really want to see a team game, though. This feels like too big of a mismatch if Mats is playing. What is this queue doing waiting for these players? Behold the power of Google Translate. I'm surprised there's no translate option here. Looks like Fire dodged someone. Dodging. We got some Rage Forest from No Zombie. No Zombie's gonna be played in Rage Forest. I updated the map name to be just good old Rage Forest. Technically, I have a minor in Spanish. I have a minor in German studies. Not like German-speaking language, but just German studies. If Gabby finds a game, maybe we'll just cast her. Oh, Tur's playing some Runestone's Deathmatch. We also cast Gabby. I'm curious how these teams are not being matched with each other. I feel like Niaz Tofu and Andy Nacho could have just been insta-matched. My wife is Puerto Rican and she makes you practice. Alright, looks like, oh, Gabby Deeker isn't gonna happen. Dodging's happening. What's up with this queue? I'm really curious what's up with this queue. Oh, Baskets versus Fire. We could cast Baskets. Yeah, let's cast Baskets. A Nomad. Yeah, they're queuing together, but they should be against it, another team. Be like put together. All right, we're gonna cast baskets. Baskets fire. Let's go. Well, I'm sure we'll have some baskets fans here. Baskets is a fellow American. He's usually around what 2K2-ish, I think. Let's see if this game shows up. Yeah, well, what's he at? 2256 his rating. Fire. I mean, that's within 100 points of fire. Waiting for that game to start. Really loading in. Oh, there we go. Got it. Alright, so I'll type everything correctly. On Nomad, Dravidian's Way. Alright. This'll be good. This'll be good. We'll catch baskets. We'll see how much I keep streaming for, because I'm feeling that my voice definitely isn't holding up. I don't want to go without streaming, and make sure that we fix the issue with the chat not showing up. Everyone, get your baskets in the chat. We all love baskets. How do they assess whether a player dodged another player? What? I don't know how they decide who is the culprit, but when they are like together in a match and the match doesn't happen. And Alt F4. Usually you don't Alt F4. I think usually what you do is you open the dashboard and you click to spectate another game, and that brings you out. And I think you don't get a penalty for that. Maybe you do now. I think you didn't used to. I don't know if they ever changed that. Hello, YouTube chat. Good to see you. Yes, it's good to see the chats together. Now that Twitch allows this, everyone can be together and see each other, know what each other are typing. It's absolutely lovely. Here we go. I think we're good. And yes, alright, so Fire, he will be the blue Dravidians. Baskets will be the red way. Since Baskets is to the west, let me swap sides. Baskets saying hi. What's my hotkey to do this? There we are. Also swap over here. Alright. So we'll have Baskets as the red way, Fire as the blue Dravidians. Dravidians, of course, don't need to do the house before their dock. Your dock for Fire right next to a Great Fish Marlin. That way, just get the eco upgrade extra vills, so they'll have a great eco in the long run. And Nomad these days, I think, is tons and tons of fish as you fast castle, because you can garrison in the docks. No, Vanilla Duck. That is T90's YouTube that stinks. Over here, everyone smells good. Yeah, penalize. I mean, you can still spectate if you Alt F4. Use the same trick, just use the dashboard. And regardless of your elo. If you're high elo, it's easier to see what your matchup is, but you don't need to use the dashboard. There are other sites that can show you what the matchup is. You can also just read the API yourself. Ask your favorite LLM to write code to read the API for you. Oh, and here comes Fire. Baskets didn't go for the Rhino early enough, and Fire will take it. Has to be careful here, because he only has one Vill under the TC at the moment. And we'll attack that Vill. TC will attack this Rhino. And Vills will take that down. So this will be a nice dock for Baskets, but I worry about Baskets. Oh, did Baskets? Is he going to hunt the rhino? Oh, no, Baskets is going to hunt the rhino and it's not there anymore. Is he going to lame? Could push an ostrich in. Oh, eat some TC fire. Eat some TC fire. Fishing lines gives a vill? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Would it be cool if fishing lines were to give a fishing ship instead of a villager? Hello, everyone. Oh, YouTube chat saying hi to Twitch chat. This is so lovely. Everyone's together. One chat, almost. That's nice. Fire scouting another rhino. Remember, rhinos have 400 food on them compared to the 300 of boars. So extra nice to get rhinos. Dock down here is Baskets has to do loom. So Baskets forced to do loom. But able to pump out fishing ships pretty well. Great fish marlins. More food than normal fish. They have 350. Normal fish have 225. There was one species of fish that only has 200 instead of 225. I'm forgetting what it is off the top of my head. But only one. Then the shorefish have 200 each. But they're slower. And fishing lines you can't do until feudal. So no Dark Age ecotechs for the way. But once you get feudal, you start researching your techs, pumping them out. And I wonder if there is room, up as we have a bit of a pause here between the players. Sorry, bad lag, says I love Baskets. Alright, he's lagging. Let's see, does the dashboard tell us which server this is on? We do match. Do we see the server? On East US, alright, this is Basket server. I have heard random things over the years that the East US server in particular has lag spikes. I don't know why, but it does. And he's just really getting his money's worth out of this pause. Oh, wait, I need I Love Baskets to be in my list of players. I'll fix that while we're here. Make sure he's in my list of players. I Love Baskets US. There we are. He's got to have a good old US flag. He's a fellow American. There we go. Neither player on a team right now. Fire's not on Onamaru anymore. Let's see, what type of... yeah, so since we have I Love Baskets playing and we're paused, we'll just admire the baskets on his dock. Tons of baskets filled with fruit. So like, those green ones are obviously apples. These yellow ones, though, we see it's just a copy and paste with a change in color. Are there yellow apples like this? I mean, certainly these ones can still be apple. That's, again, a copy and paste with a change in color. But like reddish yellow, I'm okay with those being yellow like that? What's that? Why are there so many apples at the dock? Copy and pasting. Copy and pasting vanilla down it, that's why. Opal apples? Okay. So lots of different species of apples. Both players with the same dock architecture. And here is a rhino munching on a villager. She lures in the rhino. So Baskets here is going to have a hard time to click up with that first rhino being taken by fire. And this will be the first rhino he gets underneath his town center. It's crucial that he finds more rhinos and takes them, also that he doesn't lose the vill. Okay, everything worked out there. Ungarrison at the end, leaving the low HP vill near the rhino was kind of scary, but all things worked out. Fire also starting to wall off the map, and by the looks of it, that'll keep another rhino away from Baskets. Don't think he would have gotten that anyway. That is a far rhino for Baskets to grab. If any more options? Really, this map is bereft of rhinos. Not enough of them. Not the easiest of nomad starts here. We see him falling pretty darn far behind Fire, who, as the Dravidians, have one of the best starts. 12 vills, 5 fishing ships against 15 vills, 4 fishing ships. And also, we haven't had Loom yet for Fire. He's bringing in yet another rhino. They are bruise resistant. They're a bruise resistant strain of apples. That makes sense that they would be shipped or exported. Okay. Little dock facts we can learn about the apples at the docks. Maybe he can dump out his apple baskets. and lure the rhinos. I mean, I remember Dave suggesting that once. A trail of breadcrumbs to lure animals into the TC. Because chicken funnels, as awkward as they are, give us another way to interact with the animals. The thing I don't like about chickens is that they're just stationary. They're like berries. You can't interact with them. But introduce the funnels, and all of a sudden you have another way of doing little fun things in the game, like pushing deer or luring rhinos or scouting with your sheep. If they're going to keep adding more animals, I like that they have different ways of interacting with them. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of the foxes at first, but I think at the end of the day, it's kind of nice just to have that little option. Tiny bit of gold. You go out, you collect it with a vil. I think it works. Yeah, they do as they please until they witness the almighty funnel. And then they do as they please, but they just walk around the funnel if it's in the way. Alright, so another rhino lured in from basket. So he has some options here. He can do some palisades like that. He can use the goose to block it. He's gonna go palisades. Use other vils to block. Animal to hunt for a tiny bit of stone and wood? I don't know if you can hunt animals for stone. Wood, I mean. I don't think you're hunting for wood. We already have trees to chop. Almost lost it on the reset, but here he is. He's gotten it in. These villas just got a long distance take some food. And this is Baskets now, desperate maybe to click up. But I think on Nomad these days, you're fine to just do more docks, do more fish booming. Second dock for Fire, he went forward. And Baskets will do a dock, but Fire's up. So Fire now can open with Fire Galleys and push the docks. I'll be interested to see if he opens Fire Galleys, Hulks, or normal galleys. Sometimes a Hulk is simply the default opening. But if you know you're up faster, I think opening fires is the play, because then you have the ships for pushing docks, and you can just keep amassing more fires and going for the docks. Yeah, elephants for the ivory were what I was thinking for stone, but we already have elephants in the game. Maybe you could just repurpose them? Not reskin them, but repurpose them. But there's Baskets up, and maybe he just needs to play this as a fast castle. He's getting his third rhino now. We get to reset with the house. Ooh, the ostrich helping. Ostrich helping out. Friendly neighborhood ostrich there. And money camp in the back for Baskets. House for Fire. And I think Basket still has an option to play this FC castle drop, but he needs to get to the castle part of the FC. Yep, but it will indeed be Fire Galleys for Fire. So it looks like he opened one Hulk and one Fire Galley, and now is going for pure Fire Galleys. Where is the Hulk? Okay, Hulk just scouting a bit. Also, hello, Late Loomer. How's the YouTube chat going? Is that just updating? Alright. I always gotta keep my eye on OBS when it decides to stop showing me the YouTube chat updates. You're still here. You're still here. Here's Feudal Age for Baskets. Berry piles that spawn when animals die. I'm always a fervent believer that villager kills near your TC should just provide more fertile ground for farming. Give you a farming boost if the vills die. So, docks, remember, these days they do not shoot arrows in the Dark Age. And up Baskets, he reached Feudal, but he's just gonna call the GG Baskets. Well, his dock fill was denied over here. His dock over here is gonna be destroyed. So he's gonna have no more fish. Could have sold wood and fast castled, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Feudal into GG. Something you don't see every game. Feudal into GG. But yeah, I mean, Fire should be much higher rated than Baskets. Feudal into GG. Baskets. Come on. Yeah, he was so sad his apples were being burned. Oh, you know, wait. Once we're in Feudal, just take a moment. We gotta observe the docks. He has more apples now. Right, he's got more baskets of apples all over. Different types of apples. All in the dock in different locations. Tomato seeds can grow from anything. Okay, you must have seen some tomatoes in odd places in your life then. Let's see, now we have crates filled with apples for Fire. Dravidians get not just baskets, but crates of apples. Ooh, okay, different apple setups in different docks. Alright, let's see who else is playing still. Who's online? Oh, Gabby MBL, let's go. Gabby versus MBL. No more T90. He queued, then he stopped. This'll be good. Alright, so it'll be Gabby, MBL, and Arabia. Alright, this might be also my last one, because I need to save my voice. Ooh, there's a good Rage Forest. See, no Zombie, Grinchy, and Rooster all in the Rage Forest. Yeah, the loss of apples at the dock obviously determines your GG. Alright, I haven't gotten any complaints that I made the Rage Forest map official, so I'm hoping that worked out properly. Typing versus gaming. Oh boy. You have a good keyboard. Typing is just as much fun, though. I do enjoy apple cider. That is very true. So, Gabby. Blue Persians to the north. MBL. Red Lithuanians to the south. Gabby, 2440. MBL, 2875. You saw him clapping heart earlier. Persians, probably better eco overall. Maybe we'll get to War Elephants. Gabby's been doing, I think, some crazy strats on the ladder, according to her stream title. Some Phosphoro-esque strats. And in terms of relic positioning for the Lithuanians, they're all kind of far away, at least. Not like immediately safe relics in the back. But 3 pretty accessible for MBL. Go for the one in the middle first. Then maybe this one. 2 a bit closer to Gabby, and then 1 in the middle she can fight over. We used to Apple Moonshine. That's like someone who buys a MacBook just to run Windows on it. So in terms of the maps, a very safe back gold for Gabby. Pretty easy were she to wall edge of the map and then to her TC, but then kind of hard to wall all the way over here to the edge. Is a pretty big gap. Not the easiest map to figure out how to wall, but at least the golden wood are to the back. You do kind of a small wall here over to the TC, go to the edge, and just like close things up over here. Although that's probably the much better option. Like there, over here, you use the mill. Let's see, it is a deer Arabia, so players will be pushing deer in the Dark Age, no chickens. In terms of the extra golds, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Little small bumpy hills here and there all over the place. What's over here? Some more neutral deer, too. A couple of cliffs in the corner. Always enjoy seeing a good cliff on a map. Did a deep dive into cliffs when I made Tepui. And that deer will be pushed under the TC. Nicely done. And back rhino for Gabby. It's a rhino map plus deer, so you will have a ton of extra food. Persians, Lithuanians could be a scout mirror. See if anyone's tempted to make a barracks. Maybe go for some men-at-arms, but your scout builds will be very smooth. Ooh, MBL didn't scout his pigs. They are in those shadows. Just in the fog of war. That rhino's taken under the TC. This deer will be pushed into. There we go. And we'll see if MBL scouts those pigs. Is he missing anything else? I was actually finding the other pigs on that side. Maybe he'll go pick them up. Yeah, kind of unfortunate just outside of his line of sight. he might not see them. Gabby, is she missing anything? Sometimes when you push your deer so early, you won't see your pigs, but I think she does have everything. Yeah, 5 pigs under the TC left, so she's got everything, got the rhinos, and pretty clean start to the Dark Age. No idle time for either player. And as good as you could hope for things as far as Gabby's concerned. Do they spawn randomly, or are they in the same locations? There's a min and max distance for them. So they are roughly in the same spot. It depends on the map scripter where exactly, or how exactly they get placed. But it's one of those things, you scout too close to your TC and you won't find them. Scout too far away and you won't find them either because you missed them. This is like the perfect MBL. Won't really double back there because it feels like he's scouted the ring where they can appear. And he just missed a couple tiles. And you see he's scouting at roughly that same distance around the entirety of his base. Basically just outside the wood lines. I think that's a good way to measure it usually. And he'll loop around. Maybe he'll come back, but it'll be pretty late to come back. Still has pigs under the TC, so if he scouts them late, that's fine. Just won't be forward. And if he's still scouting for them as he sees them now, it won't really hurt his eco so much as it'll hurt the drush, where he doesn't have the timing of knowing exactly where to send it. As now that he finds them, he'll go forward, completing that circle around his base. Around 8 minutes in, it's scouted, as that's where you are when you're doing the deer pushing. Takes some time to push the deer. So barracks for Gabby, as she can wall up over here to the wood, eventually make her way to the edge of the map. And this might be a scouts opening against the drush. Oh, she's pushing far deer. She wants as many deer as possible. So 19 pop up. This won't be a fast castle. Maybe she'll have something non-standard other than just a stable, or it could just be a stable. Still, she has not scouted the drush. And MBL just heading straight across the map, but hasn't actually scouted where she is. So both players up to feudal. Let's see, 2 seconds of idle TC time for Gabby, but she's the Persian, so that kind of makes up for some of that. She'll try to get that deer in. It is Loom versus Loom. Both have Loom. There is the stable. She's getting a spear to help with the scout, and she sees the militia. She'll see them upgraded to the more powerful men-at-arms. Some walls go up, and just moves the scout back in time. Spear gets a nice poke. It's 0.96 to 1.0, so the spear actually is faster. And as long as you don't forget about your scout, you shouldn't take any hits. Now the men-at-arms come over to the berries. Gabby does have 4 vills there. She will work on walling them, should keep them safe. Nicely done. And she is going scouts. Now the question is, when do you add the range? How do you do farms versus the range? I don't think you can afford a horse collar because you need the early wood. The man-at-arms player usually doesn't do horse collar either. That's 4 farms for Gabby, and she's not going for a range then. So no range, just pure scouts. Does have the option to go forward and try to hit MBL, but usually you're not going to do too much damage because they can small ball everything. And then you have to come back to fight the men-at-arms, which she'll do with 4 scouts. The spear is crucial because it keeps the scout away. That's 3 units for MBL instead of 4. And that was a pretty good fight on the timing. And one of the crucial parts of the men-at-arms build is getting the archer forward in time. And the spear there has to escort the archer across the map. And Gabby wants to keep her scouts killing the archer and away from the spear, which does happen. She'd love to poke the scout again. But now she's gotten to 6 farms as she's adding in the range. So pretty good food eco if she wants to keep adding in more scouts. One goes down there. Another one kind of low on hit point. She's going to pull the low HP scout forward and turn the high HP scouts around to fight MBL scouts. So nice micro there. And another scout on the way, and some skirms now. Again, she still has that back gold. Might want to think about getting a wall to the edge of the map over here at some point. But so far, so good for containing this. And every group of archers that MBL has is accompanied by a spear, so Gabby can't just jump them and pick them off on their way over. Some skirms out from the range. Hello, Jacob. And now archers for MBL. No skirms for him. And Gabby has to be careful of the vills on the berries. She'll move her scouts forward, but MBL walled enough. Kind of hard to pick stuff off. Skirms, pick the scout. Alright, picking the scout's always nice. They'll camp the TC. She'll have to run off the berries and loses one vill. Be down by a vill now. As the Persians, she can make up for that, but she is a bit idle on the TC. You need a lot of food as the Persians, and some idle time isn't uncommon or the end of the world, since you can make up for it just by training vills. Only doing night civs? We have seen some non-night civs, but I guess this is a night one, Persians, Lithuanians. How you doing, Hagbitter? Hope you're having a lovely evening. Or, I guess, early morning at this point. It's probably past midnight for you. Yeah, spears, men-at-arms, archers all going down as the skirms come forward. Almost midnight, but you're on vacation. Okay, I hope you're having a good vacation. I'll have to figure out my travel plans for the rest of the year. There's a land in Italy in September, and one in Spain in November, just before the garrison in Hamburg at the end of November. So I might be doing some traveling later. That tiger will go down to the scouts. And another house up for Gabby as the skirms come forward. If I have a full day layover in Iceland, I probably get direct flights. For the most part, since I live near New York City, I generally have direct flights to most other major airports. But layovers in Iceland are not that uncommon on my flight options. Depends on the airline. You're in Iceland. Hagbitter is in Iceland. Spear gets some pokes here. Taken down by the scouts, though. And that wheelbarrow for MBL. And will Gabby use the skirms? And the scouts are on the archers. She has a spear mixed in. And skirm's just gonna run after the archers. And I think this is a good fight for Gabby. She'll clean all the archers, and MBL will lose most of the scouts too. We might have one scout left. And skirms won't really care about one scout. She'll run her scout away. So up by 2 vills. Persian economy. Still keeping it close. 17 farmers for her. Some more walls. Oh, she's going for some forward walls. Okay. Market on the side. Going to the edge of the map. Won't have the golden in control, but he'll have lots of space in the back. Could even farm around this mill. Family lineage since 1874. The first settlers.
Salam, amade. Ari, salam, amade.
I can track my U.S. family back to Irish immigrants in the mid-1800s from my mother's side. And then most of the rest were from early 1900s through Ellis Island. I don't have much record before that, though. Okay, looping around the side and the bottom. We have a couple of scouts from Gabby as MBL clicks up to the castle edge. Gabby won't be too far behind. Oh, nice pick with the vills to get the scout. Hello, platypus. As Gabby shores up these walls with a house. These scouts come forward. Good old Ellis Island, yep. My family has names on the wall at the museum. Both sides do. Scotland and Ireland, yeah, I have a McWilliams. than a Gansey, which is part of the
سلام
then like early 1900 wave of Italian immigrants towards New York City. You're going to Jersey the Island next month. I've never been there. I've only been in the New Jersey.
آری
It's like I've played AoE 2 more than AoE 1. So actually Gabby will be up at the same time as MBL thanks to the Persian faster working TC. She'll add in Bloodlines, and with a stable in the back, double stables actually. Has MBL seen that? No, he hasn't seen the double stables. But this was in anticipation, I think, of the fight for relics. Gabby has seen... Ooh, actually one tile away from seeing. I thought she'd have seen that. But I was going to say, seeing the double ranges is important because that means as handcart is immediately clicked for MBL. Honestly, that's nice if you can afford it right away. But she'll want to know if it's Cav Archers or Knights. So MBL going to open with one Knight. No Cav Archer just yet. He's going to open one Knight and 3 TCs. Alright, booming on the TCs. Gabby is secured at home. MBL will actually lose his main gold, but still has gold in the back, so he's okay so far. Just needs to get the TC up. Legend says if you loop around the turnpike, you end up in Old Jersey. Is this... Okay, TC's not denied, but that almost was. That was close. MBL gonna have to go for a defensive workshop. And okay, Gabby gonna deny the workshop. Serves as a bit of a wall to funnel the crossbows between the TCs. Feel on stone, go for Lechai. And he stalls a couple of scouts out. Those scouts will be crucial for preventing Gabby from just grabbing up the middle relics. Gabby's a good Village Dispersion, so I honestly wouldn't mind seeing her do one monastery to try to grab a relic, and then boom after that. Or just keep the pressure up. And that's the thing too. You see the MBL's on stone, so you gotta be thinking, don't let MBL get a defensive castle, so maybe a forward workshop's a bit too risky. And don't let the castle come forward, so make sure you have enough army. Tax dodgers from Norway in the 1800s.
Close out.
Norway is the only reason you got into the World Cup this year? Yeah, I saw the cable controversy. Apparently the ball hit a cable. And you can visually see the trajectory change on the footage. FIFA's just like, nope, the ball sensors say it didn't hit nothing. So MBL won't be too far away from a castle. Does he put it forward or back? I don't think he can do it forward. He's trying to do Cav Archers now. He wants to do the TC on the gold, but Gabby's there with a camel. She has 2 TCs and now the monastery. So yeah, wanted a second TC before going for the relics. But if she can see that MBL's army's in the back and just doesn't run into the scouts... See, scouts protecting that relic, but I think Gabby still should go for the center relic. I think MBL has scouted it, so he'll know if it gets picked up, but he also needs to pay attention to that. Okay, defensive Mangonel, so he's going for the Mangonel to get a 4th TC. Greedy with the boom. He's already ahead in Vills.
Close out.
Yes, you do need a lot of TCs to keep up with the Persians, but if all the farms are idle, it's going to be hard to keep the TCs running. Surprised he only has 23 seconds of idle TC time so far. As Mangonel takes out a Cav Archer. A couple of weak Vills in there. Gabby Micros manages to find the weak one. At the same time, Cav Archer's coming forward from her. Persian Cav Archers. She's doing a monk, thinking of the relics now. Pulls the crossbows back in time. No ballistics. One Knight there. She could think of trying to pick off the Mangonel, but the TC will be up. And she'll have to get back. Or she could just go for the Mangonel or get back. Doesn't want to go into 2 TCs worth of arrow fire there. They lost because of someone not passing to Holland in a breakaway, not because of a cable. Like, the cable thing is just amazing, though. So that's such a weird story to happen. But I figure soccer is not like not like baseball, right? Where the stadiums all have their own quirks and whatnot. You kind of expect the soccer pitch to just be a soccer pitch. There's a castle for MBL. I mean, imagine, like, the NFL if, where's that monk going? A field goal gets missed because it hits a cable. That would be a crazy controversy. Well, they have guidelines, but they can vary within those margins, really. There's no standard for FIFA. If they have to be a certain... I'd assume that'd be standardized. Some iconic grounds are oddly shaped. I mean, you're never going to have a non-rectangular soccer pitch, though, right?
Farman. Ori.
Gabby grabbing a relic, should be grabbing the middle one, too. I mean, Inaquit's spot against the Lithuanians is a 10 vil difference, but she's on 3 TCs, so Persians can make that up. Just as Wheelbarrow done. And Veil's Eco definitely ahead, but not insurmountably ahead. Thank you, Apache AK, for the follow.
Sveiki. Ką sakysi?
And if all the punts hit a cable, really. I've never actually seen that.
Aš pasiruošęs.
And Scorpion down.
Sveiki.
What do they do then? It feels like that's just a redo the punt situation.
Speak.
So Veil's going down. Scorpion gets the knight. And we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 with a 4th TC for Gabby. So some late check coming out for MBL, but Gabby's aware of that. She can start adding in more camels. Doing husbandry. She has 2 relics. We'll be picking up a 3rd whenever she realizes the monk can grab it. So it shouldn't be more than 2 relics for MBL, and honestly, Gabby does still have an option of picking that 4th one up. Don't think she'll get that one. That's right by the monastery. MBL should grab that, no issue. He's gonna heal before grabbing the relic. Interesting. So crossbowman there. Gabby's still ahead in KD. We'll lose the crossbowman though with the Scorpion and Lechai. See, maybe she can get a kill if he focuses the weak one. That'll run away. Before modern drainage systems. Yeah, they could be taller in the middle than the sides. That's true, that's true. What is that mill? Gabby, what are you milling? You try to gather from the tombstones? Dig up the bodies and put the food in the mill? I don't think that works. I wouldn't want to eat that. Alright, it's just a mill in the middle of nowhere. Maybe that was supposed to be a house. Maybe it'll confuse MBL later on. Yeah, the forward disrespect mill. Is she starting to outpost rush? As MBL's up to imp. Gabby has to be careful about the imp difference. She's gonna go for a forward castle, but might need to just use the market a bit to manage the eco to go up to imp. Yeah, defensive castle for MBL, so he's ready to protect against raids. As Gabby wants that relic. Wait, she's got 3 monks over here. She could get conversions and then go for the relic. There's 1 conversion, 2 conversions. And monks can grab the relic. Let's go. And if she gets that, it's going to be only 1 relic for the Lithuanians. That's not going to be good for the Lechai in the long run.
Salam.
You know, no, the tombstones are not fertilizer, okay?
Ori.
I said when you kill the Vil, not when you dig up a corpse
Amade.
for the farm fertilizer.
Ori.
And that relic now will be under the castle no matter what. So even if that monk dies, she'll still have it in a safe spot.
Amade.
And should be picking up that relic now with that monk. So 4 relics for Gabby. We'll have Foraging, Thumb Ring, and Ballistics all on the way for MBL. As Gabby's doing a university in the corner of the map. Students will have to commute to college. There's still 2 relics there, but the final 2 on their way back. A few camels chasing this military. And now MBL will be up first. Still 90 seconds away from Imp is Gabby. She'll put the relic down to go for conversion. And gets the conversion. Probably worth it. Does it with the other relic too. Still trying to bring them back. And she is fully walled, but might need some more houses or stone walls reinforcing those palisades. Even extending the walls out here somewhere to take the stone. Extra stone on her side of the map. Neutral golds. I guess this one favors MBL. This one's more in the middle, but right now behind Gabby's castle. So castle will secure that. She has a couple of barracks. And iron casting on the way. We'll have a castle on the side for MBL. Vilcant's pretty similar. MBL housed a bit now. The Exchange Student University.
سلام
Hack golds forward.
آری
And yeah, walling behind this, she'll lose a couple of bills, but that has to be walled. So camels feel like a really good option. Lithuanians usually want late to skirm. Fully upgraded Persian camel should be pretty good against that. Horses, maybe some halbs from MBL. Persians can go hand-cannoniers against them. There's the castle, so... Second castle, I do hope we get to see elephants. We probably won't, but I hope. Why not Savara? Savara could be great too, that's true. I was thinking camels would counter the Lechai better than the Savaras. But if they don't have relics, maybe the Savaras fight them well enough. MBL has 7 of them, not really committing too heavily though. Ooh, and there's Gabby's Villas going for the stone, maybe being a bit exposed. It has Cavalier, so she might be on Savar. Cav archers everywhere, and Gabby has to make sure she's walled. And she's gonna fight at the front. MBL with 3 trebs, but can't get to the castle with the trebs. Armor is in. Cavalier 45 seconds away. And Gabby, she would love to pick off trebs right now, but doesn't quite have the numbers. MBL now defending at home with 2 armies on either side at the front. Making Gabby fight in a bunch of places at once. He's still up 140 vills to 134. Has to be careful she doesn't overqueue vills. And needs to get her army numbers up to the point where she can fight this. She's down by about 15 pop. Needs to clear those cav archers. Lots of knights. Once Cavalier comes in, I think she just goes for the fight. Maybe sell some wood to do Savar. MBL going for another forward castle. Gabby's castle probably will go down. Don't think there's any saving that against that many trebs. 5 trebs now for MBL. And she can pull back though and go for Savars, where we don't have any halbs yet for MBL to counter them. Doing tons of upgrades, 2-man saw, gold mining, conscription, heavy plow. There's the latest. That's kind of why I was thinking camel. I think it would have more directly countered the Lechai than do the Savars. Remember, Savara has less HP but more armor than the Nightline, if I recall, which is worse against the Lechai that ignore armor. Camel's just having the bonus attack against them when they have not the best HP is nice. Against the Lechai. There's a monk, gets a nice conversion. Here come the trebs from MBL. Gabby has to figure out a way to take a fight properly. MBL still doesn't have halbs. Just needs to get to 200 pop. She's about to take a pop lead. And still has 4 relics in that monastery. Still has 4 relics in the monastery. Camels can't push over TCs. I don't know if she needs to push over TCs. I think she just needs to take a good fight against the early army. Get the map control. Be fine. Here's Savar. Oh, Savar's in the forward stable, though. That might go down to the trib. We might lose that. Oh, that's rough. She's gonna lose the stable. MBL treb in the forward stables. He's there. He might as well think about denying Savar, and that'll be 30% and then denied. And she'll have to realize it's denied. She's suddenly gonna have a ton of resources. And she has to realize what that means and realize Savar isn't there. I think she's queuing where Cavalier is. 7 stables, and she realizes right away, puts it in the back stable. Good to realize that, at least. Now those relics are a bit exposed. MBL has a lot of monks ready to pull off a heist. And now a minute 30 away. Will she be able to take the fight? Heavy Cav Archer in for MBL. He does have Bracer. Is he lacking any upgrades? Nope, Chemistry Bracer. No Parthian for him. Heavy Cav Archer will be the last upgrade for them. That's a minute away from coming in. Crop rotation. Crop rotation as the trebs go for the monastery. And the monks maybe get ready for the relics. And here's where I don't know if the Cavaliers can fight that many Lechai. Yeah, they don't have relics. Gabby needs to be uphill when the fight happens. MBL's at 200 pop. The monastery is down. The monks are pulling the relics away. Trebs turn to the castle. Gabby is just gonna try to hold another 15 seconds for Savar, and then hope she wins the fight. I don't know if she does. Maybe she can pick off the monks on their way back. They're just looping around. And there it is. There's the Savar upgrade. Will she turn and fight now? Can she turn and fight? She's going to try to loop back, but that's just going to run into more of MBL's army. It's now 37 military to 69. And she's floating a ton of food and gold, trying to get more Savars. Does not yet have the numbers. She's going to take a fight, try to get the Leichai into separate groups. And do what she can to pick off. At least she killed the monks. Try to pick off the Cav archers. She can go for the Trebs now. The reinforcements get the Trebs, but she's losing the main army to the Leichai. MBL forward with some vills. He can do a castle. Gabby can do another castle if she wants to. She'll have taken a bad fight there. Much better KD for MBL. And yeah, maybe the Cav archers kill camels better than they do Savars. Now she's lost everything. Down to 150 pop. Needs even more houses as she lost the castle. There's another castle. I don't think that goes up. MBL going to do a forward castle right on this hill. He's going to do a forward monastery even for the relics. And once he gets relics, it'll be extra attack for these Leichai. And just make it even more potent against all the Savars. Do Persians have halbs? They do, yeah. But that's why I was thinking camels, because camels are an easier option against the Cav archers, and it kind of starts forcing MBL into halbs. And at least then he has to make a swap. And you can start thinking about what other swap you make. But there's a GG, and MBL will win that one. Tricky game. It felt like Gabby was in a decent position, but MBL with the better imp timing in the Trebs, and she couldn't quite figure it out. Don't know if the forward castle was worth it. That got Trebbed pretty easily. Warning University. Tricky game at the end. I don't know if Savar is the option. I'm still kind of feeling camel there. And at least that forces like I was saying, that forces MBL to make a change too. And then I think it's easier to get 2 unit compositions of your own if you're also forcing your opponent to do that. Oh, Gabby, thank you very much for the raid. We just casted your game. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm bathed in a purple light from the scoreboard. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Everyone, make sure that you go follow Gabby if you're not already. Let me shout out Gabby AoE with an _ right? And Dude1385, thank you for the follow. Let's see, what else? Oh my gosh, we have Slam versus Emu Warrior. I can't not cast that. All right, we got one more cast in me. Gabby, amazing player. Gabby, amazing person. She's been streaming a lot recently, so make sure you go check her stream out. And thank you so much for the raid. So, one moment, we'll cast some Arena. Apologies for doing an ad right now, but I'll get it out of the way. Actually, you know what? I might be able to get another game without an ad. Let's see what Twitch does. Emu Warrior as the Britons against Slam as the Slavs on Arena. There we go. Alright. So, we'll have Emu Warrior as the Red Britons with a nice back gold. The West, and Slam as the Blue Slavs to the South. Now, if there's one thing I love, it's watching Slam's lumber camps. Slam is just all. These are the best vills. Sometimes, like, late at night, I can't sleep. I'll just open up a game of Rage Forest. I'll find Slam, I'll look at his woodline. I'll just put the camera there and listen to the sounds of the ASMR lumberjacks soothing me to sleep. And Slam also, look at this, 2 vills on wood. What a build. Speedy monks versus 100 range. That's the Slavs. Their monks move faster. No fervor, but they get a better bonus for free. They no longer have the Bengalis' bonus of their unique tech. Now they get wood castles, essentially. Britons, I do feel like I like Britons more than Slavs on Arena. But Slavs are very straightforward to play with how good their eco is. Also, what type of arena is this? Is this deer or chicken? Where are the chickens? Is it nothing? Wait. Do they have Oh, it's deer. Okay, there you go. Ibexes. So Slam didn't push all of them. He just went to scout. Scouted where Emu is, and Emu could not have hoped for anything better in terms of the outside resource generation, both being pretty far away from Slam. Slam's resources are forward and also guarded by a leopard. Foxes, and there are lots of predators on this version of Arena too, so they can't eat your vills if you try to be aggressive. Nothing directly between the players though, so a castle drop could work maybe. Boom into you mean champions and siege rams for the Slavs? That would be fun. In terms of the relics, we'll have essentially 3 out here and then 2 in the middle. So pretty fair, I think, as far as relics go. And Slam up quickly to feudal, so he might be going to tower rush up this quickly, unless he just has a 20 pop-up build for the Slavs. And yes, we can confirm the stat from Capture Age. If you are housed while you are advancing to the next stage, the housed timer does tick up. So we got to be extra careful with that when analyzing, especially these arena games, the Trushes. Not champions, just 2-handed swordsman for the timing. Okay, maybe that does have a better timing. But Britons can do their own champion line against that if Drazina isn't in. I don't think long term you want infantry against the longbows, but putting them in rams does help. Slavs' bonuses, their siege units are cheaper. They can get a lot of rams. I can disable that in favor of the good old idle TC. We do have idle TC. That's at the top. That's at the top. We have both. Arson play. Slavs do get free arson. But no men-at-arms. I think this is just going to be a Winchester-styled trush with a tower and then a range behind it. So Gabby will be up. She's on stone, so she's ready to go tower defense if she has to.
Mandatum.
No loom, so it feels like, yeah, immediately does loom in a vill, and then she has to decide how does she defend this. She could just go a big wall behind it. She can't really YOLO the vills to wall behind the wall when you don't have loom. So that would be a while, especially with the archers on the way. Oh, this isn't Gabby anymore, you're right. Gabby raided us, I'm sorry. This is Emu Warrior. I'm casting the last game again. This is Emu Warrior. He's I put him in red. He usually picks purple, but I figure we can't do purple versus blue. Whenever I do purple versus blue, people complain, so I gotta keep him in red. If we had him in purple, I would have realized he was a different person. Yeah, I was gonna say, this build feels like more of an Emu thing. Like a couple of vills on stone, some on gold. What's Emu gonna do here? I mean, Slam will get in. I'm playing on Emu's account. There we go. Now we got it correct. Okay, so now that he is loom, he's gonna YOLO rush this down. Will he get there in time? Slam garrisons the tower, and he'll wall behind it. All right, the timing's there. Let's try to get the weak vills out of harm's way. Will he maybe lose a vill? 1 vill down. All right. I remember Slam talking about he had seen Winchester do this with 4 vills. You get loom, you wall behind this, you keep it out. So Emu will defend the tower rush by going up and then doing a castle, and then going longbowman as the Britons. Maybe we could see a siege tower along with the longbowman. Yay. Could also do a tower to defend this. Yeah, Vinch started it, now everyone does it. Surprise, MBL didn't dodge this arena game. No. Alright, more vills gonna YOLO repair? What's going on here?
Yay.
I don't like repairing as much as building. You just gotta be extra careful to find the weak vills and pull them back.
Yay.
Especially with the archers out, but that'll get the wall up to its normal graphic then. There's a vill to run. And okay, the vills escape. I don't think that's ever changed. Repair time on wall. I mean, it will be faster if you get the 1008. Actually, no, it won't. It doesn't change in terms of HP. Same rate. Always. So, I mean, this breaks in very fast. Does he have to send another group of vills? So full HP vills. There's a lot of idle time spent just repairing the wall. Makes up, or helps to make up from Slam's point of view for the vills he has
Waited.
forward.
Yay.
Will this be a dead vill? Oh,
Mandatum.
nope. Towers can't hit anything. Alright, there. Now Emu's up. Almost at the castle. Lots of weak vills. Need to escape the tower range. And drops off. Needs 2 more stone. And it's castle time. Loom for Slams. The castle goes up. So his forward won't do much more. Castle will be able to clear the tower. Not the range. Emu sees the range. Honestly, putting the castle 1 tile forward to clear could have been nice, but I guess when he gets fletching, he'll clear it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. When did he start playing at a pro level? I mean, he's been climbing the ladder. He's a good 2k4 now. Monastery going up for Emu. Emu and Maesty climbing. There's Castle Age for Slam. So the Longbowman here for Emu. He'll take down that tower, no problem. And get a Monastery up.
Ready.
Grayton.
So a few more farms being seeded, straggler trees being taken. And here comes the Longbowman. Okay, so how does Slam react now? Res collected in Slam's favor. Since he was staying longer in Feudal, had more vills. Scout for Emu, scout for Slam, so you can't just sneak out and grab relics when they both have their scouts alive still. Look at the scouting, and Emu almost sees all 5 relics. He's 1 tile away from seeing the final one. Slam sees the 2 in the middle, didn't scout the edges.
Ready.
Now Longbowman for the Britons should be pretty darn good. They need to escort the monk. And we'll get 1 relic. So it's going first for the relics rather than for TCs. Remember, the Britons have the wood discount on their TC, but not a stone discount. It'll be the wood discount that matters. And we'll Slam scout the monk. He's right there. And ooh, immediately he'll see it while Emu's trying to micro against the archers. Their longbows on their way, but they're a bit split up. Now it's Castle Age Britons, so they have some extra range. Oh, here comes a leopard. Here comes a leopard. 8 HP on the archer. Leopard's going for it. Leopard's going for it. And the archer went down. I think the leopard did get the kill. Yes, the leopard did get the kill. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Go leopard. Look at the KDs. 2 kills versus 3 deaths against 3 kills and 3 deaths. Leopard OP. Alright, that scout. 3 HP, that can go back and heal. Oh, another leopard. We'll get a kill. Nope, it won't. Okay, archer defends itself. By faster amp? Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like I probably prefer Britons on Arena.
Ready.
He'll grab a relic. What's Slam doing? He's just adding in a TC, not a monastery. Emu doing a TC of his own. Their vill counts are pretty similar. 1 vill kill from Slam being the difference, and now it's skirms. So skirms from Slam. So Slam making the best unit in the game. That could give him some ability to grab relics if Emu's just trying to go Longbowman. Emu's still no fletching. So if he does fletching, gets up to 7 range, then 8 range with Bodkin. Fight the skirms even with longbows just by staying out of range. Monk's healing too. He's just doing more and more longbows. Workshop, we'll see what he does if it's a mangonel or a scorpion, but it'll be something to escort monks. And Archer for Slam still hasn't seen all the other relics. He sees 1 there. Emu see that yet? No, he didn't. Fletching for Emu. Elite Skirm is interesting. Elite Skirm to counter longbows. And that'll be a 3rd TC now for Emu, 3rd TC for Slam, both of them booming.
Yay.
We'll see how the Relic War goes. So that range will be cleared by the castle eventually. Maybe the longbow should hop in the castle to add more arrows. Okay, Mangonel, so not going to be Scorpion, will be a Mangonel.
Mandatum.
Ready.
Da.
And Bowsaw on the way for Emu.
Вашему
So
слугам.
foxes in the middle. Okay, so leopard might attack a spear. Go for the spear, go for the spear.
Приказания.
Or leopard. Oh, yes. Does the spear win this? Oh, Slam's gonna save it. Slam will save the spear. Alright. This should be a second relic now for Emu. He does see it and could grab a third. So Slam's picked up one from the middle. It's one for each. Oh, but the scout from Emu got inside, killed two of Slam's monks. Oh, it's beautiful for Emu. That's exactly what he wanted there. Okay, things looking up for Emu. He's gonna send a monk by himself to grab that.
Приказания.
And that scout's still alive inside. Slam, if he makes more monks, has to worry about the scout still. Unless he pokes it down with the... Oh, Emu. What a that was a nasty poke. Oh, wait. Here comes a leopard again.
Вашему слугам.
Here we go. Will the monk heal the spear? Spear will let the leopard inside the base. Monk's gonna block a bit. That spear... Okay, that's a low HP spear. Okay, this is gonna be close.
Да.
The spear get the... Yo, the leopard gets the kill. Let's go. Let's see the Vils. They do have loom. Diagonal attack. That leopard will die. But it got the spear. Alright, that the leopard's helping Emu. The animal kingdom sticking together.
Mandatum.
So outposts from Slam.
Yay.
Get your woo-woo-woos in the chat. Are YouTube comments visible? Yes, they are. You should be able to see them yourself, too.
Вашему слугам. Приказания. Вашему слугам.
Leopard's hungry. Another range for Slam. He wants more skirms. But now we have a combination. 3 relics for Emu. Slam grab it a second.
Yay.
And it'll be Mangonels to help deal with the skirms. And longbows to deal with any counter Mangonels from the Slavs. So Mangonel micro here crucial. Slam a man with good Mangonel micro. But, woohoo, maybe I spoke too soon. Repairville there for Emu. Mangonel down for Slam. Attack ground for Emu. Look at him go. Like Jon Snow trying to protect his king. Doesn't stop the attack ground. Is that how Australia lost the war against the emus? That's true, it might have just been the leopards. Are there leopards in Australia? I wouldn't think so, but maybe. Good trade there from the Mangonel from Slam. Pick off a monk too.
Да. Вашему слугам.
And so what's this micro like? Remember, Britain's range helps out a lot against the Mangonels. Ooh, goes down though. Goes down. Slam with the skirms.
Mandatum.
Now, Emu has to be super careful. That Slam has the best unit in the game. The Skirmisher. Best unit in the game. Outpost goes down. Slam knows what it's like to play William Wallace. Destroy that red outpost. English outpost. He knows what to do. Knock it down. University for Emu. And University for Slam, so we might see some ballistics soon. Looking at the res, we're also getting ready to go up to Imp. Build count's pretty similar, but the Slavs definitely up in eco. Also, the Tower Rush kind of sets the Feudal Age player up for good eco. They're waiting for Slam to click Man-at-Arms.
Yay.
Teach Emu a lesson.
Приказания.
Oh, hits the Repairville. Nicely done, nicely done. Such an iconic campaign, indeed. We have it, Imperial Age for Slam. Imperial Age, though, for Emu. They're very close. And maybe Soxy has some insight, then. I don't know what Slavs really do against Longbow plus Warwolf Treb. They lack Bombard Cannon. They have to go Siege Ram, then. Maybe Drazina, Swordsman, and Siege Rams. I know chat suggested that earlier could be a thing. I need to get the timing proper, though.
Ready.
Stuff, he's a boomer at heart. He is boomer. Why is that censored? That's a compliment, saying someone's a boomer. Like Ornlu, he's a boomer. Full siege with Halb? With Halb or Champion?
Mandatum. Ready.
I guess Champion maybe takes longer. Probably not expecting any cav, though. I guess maybe you're just... Maybe it balances the eco more if you're not spending gold.
Yay.
And okay, ooh, nice hit there, but the mangonels do trade at least. I'll kill Light Cav or Cavalier fast enough. Would Emu be thinking of them, though? He is Britons. He's doing a TC. I don't think he has a stable. He has spent all game committed to longbows, so it's not like it's a pure boom where he is eco maybe to transition. He's been spending a lot on military this whole time. I would think if it's swordsmen and rams, then Emu wouldn't have time to get enough cav out. And it's maybe easier to go from swordsman to halb, or at least swordsman to pikeman. What's he going to use against the siege? Longbows. Let's go elite longbow.
Yay.
Приказания? Да.
Yeah, the rams are the tricky thing, though. Trebs, he can go werewolf. Oh, he's going onager. Okay, so that's his solution to rams, onager. So he'll go onager plus elite longbow, defend with castles, then slowly try to push out.
Yay.
Okay, longbow onager. Yeah, now that would counter the ram push with onagers. Yeah, early onager, nice call for Britons. I like that. Oh, he's gonna knock down some outposts. Says, you knock down my outposts, I'll knock down your outposts. An eye for an eye. In terms of outpost eyesight. That gets countered by adding hussars with the siege.
Yay. Mandatum.
Okay, so is Soxy thinking it's rough for Britons? I'm thinking Britons just camp, get good longbow numbers, and then they're okay. But Slam gonna start amassing trebs. There's the ram, the Slam ram. Chemistry, padded archer armor. Britain's still very expensive to get yeoman and a werewolf. The techs are swapped. Another capture age bug then. Alright. I don't know which of those he's researching now. Capture age might bug out and tell us the wrong thing. We'll check. We'll see if the range increases for the longbow when it finishes. They do compete with Trebs for production, and he has, I think, in mind his main stone. But he's securing another stone soon with that castle. And, okay, that's finished. I don't see any extra range, so that indeed was Werewolf. That's correct. I mean, originally that was an Imp tech, but now it's a Castle tech. And now one Treb. If there are Repairvilles, these Trebs stay alive. If not, Onager plus Werewolf Treb. Repairville's here. Defensive Onager for Slam. Treb's turn to hit the Onagers instead. That's going to let Werewolf do its job. Longbows here can pick off Onagers. Nice micro so far from Emu. It's trading Onagers. Ooh, double Onager hit though. That's rough. But the Werewolf Treb should stop this now. Slam might have been better with the Onager micro, but he's losing his Trebs. You can't push Werewolf like this. Now, where'd the longbows go? Yeah, 26 long... Oh, they're in the castle. Peeling in the castle. Get some herbal medicine for the longbows. Never thought about that, but herbal medicine could be nice for the Britons. There's siege engineers. There's siege engineers, and what do we have here? Barracks. All right. Is Emu gonna go swordsman? I mean, the Britons do have a good swordsman line.
Приказания?
Now I wouldn't mind seeing the light cap swap, right? You see all the skirms. But what's he gonna do? Have to be patient now. 3-2. Slam doing another castle in the middle, trying to take the extra res. The golds are in the middle, and he has control of them. Capped rams on the way. And it will be swordsman. I guess it helps against the ram push. I mean, rams and skirms, swordsman should be okay. There's elite longbow. Still will be missing yeoman. And it's still very expensive to do that along with the swordsman upgrades. Thank you, Soulmask8, for the follow. Does he need a double blacksmith setup to do the swordsman upgrades in time? Man-at-arms on the way. Long swordsman will be next. Fortified wall. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Fortified wall. Who said he needs to be patient? He's ready for patience. is ready to be patient.
Ready.
Da.
Will fortified wall come in before the Rams ram through? Siege ram for Slam. Slam rams. Werewolf Trebs going for the Onagers. Don't really hit anything there. 10 seconds to fortified wall. Onager in the back. And we try to re-wall. I mean, even if the Rams break through, it's not like Slam immediately pushes. Onagers going for the Trebs. But the Longbows take out the Onagers. And do we have any longswords yet? Emu's struggling to do the transition. He's clicking longsword now. That's a lot of rams from Slam. The Slam rams will go ham. And they'll take out all the Werewolf Trebs. And without any more Werewolf Trebs, Slam can push the castle. Maybe Emu didn't have enough Onagers out. He just didn't have enough Onagers. Maybe Elite Longbow wasn't in play. Now here's the longswords, but not quite in time. I still feel like the swordsmen are a bit redundant with the Onagers. If you're already invested in the Onager, maybe you didn't need the swordsman. Maybe you could have just done more Onagers. But now Slam has a good push. And Slam doesn't need swordsmen, the Ram just needs skirms. He's the best unit in the game, along with Rams and Trebs. There's still that Onager holding behind the monastery, though. Longbow is able to pick the other Onagers. But Slam, if he takes that castle, then there's no more Longbow production, no more Werewolf Trebs to defend the castle. Yeah, what a plan with them Rams for Slam. He's the man. Yeah, I think Emu almost had this figured out, but just needed a few more Onagers. I mean, fortified wall plus Onager against the ram push. He's doing two-handed swordsman, but now the bowyers are there. He doesn't have the swordsman out. I mean, he does still have 29 longbowmen, but no chance for yeomen. No more castles. No more stone access. Vills have to fight the rams. Still needs armor for the swordsman against the skirms. A lot of things he needs. He would need. He has gambesons at least. Blacksmith there. He's kind of cleared this. He's at 110 population space. Slam pulling back with the skirms. I don't know if he needed to do that. Emu will repair the blacksmith. Do a monastery. Get the relics back. Mine camp on the stone. Slam trying to go cav upgrades. Chainmail armor, ring archer armor, iron casting. On these multiple blacksmiths? Oh, triple blacksmith. I said double blacksmith. Emu raised me a triple blacksmith. 1, 2, 3 blacksmiths. Let's go. All of them put to work at the same time. Bowyers are lacking armor too. Yeah, Slam needs to slow down and get armor for them if he wants to use them against the longbows. But Emu's not dead. He can do more Onagers. He can do now two-handed swordsmen. He has upgrades for them. He's getting squires. He has more fortified walls behind this. 145 pop, 185 pop. Slam still has all the map control. There's conscription. Why does Emu have a Vil out here? What are you doing, Vil? Hello. Just standing there, having a grand old time. I like that outpost. It'll probably see that castle. We will be a tile away from seeing it.
Ready.
You know, again, he can slow down, bide his time. Maybe grab more stone.
Yay.
Oh man, there's a triple blacksmith, but honestly, the situation called for it.
Ready.
And now we have two-handed swordsman, no champion yet. But other than that, they'll be just about fully upgraded. Some pikemen too for Emu. And Slam hasn't pushed through just yet. Emu's grabbing his relics back. This is his second. He'll go grab the third, if the pathing works. Ooh, Slam! Slam, he's played Rage Forest. Slam has played Rage Forest. He's gonna say, you can do fortified wall, that's fine, I'll just cut around it. Longbows might stop the cut. They do stop the cut. Ooh, almost a cut, almost a cut. Slam can just send more Onagers. Emu needs some longbows back there to stop the cut, I guess. So Emu's kind of floating some resources. I think he needs to get back on stone soon. Up to 175 pop. Needs more houses, needs more space. Needs more of everything. He's gonna push. How will this fight go? Longbows there probably better than skirms in the back. Some pikemen able to join in. Hussars will chase down the onagers. But Emu's winning the fight. Not enough boyars, maybe. Pikemen are pretty scary. Ooh, Emu's got to protect the trebs, but he's got pikes there. The Vil still is there. Vil still is there for Emu.
Ready.
Emu's maybe pushing this back. There's Drazina, Man-at-Arms, Iron Casting, Slam will go Champions too. But we have another castle in the back. Emu needs to get gold. He still has some gold. Doing more barracks.
Mandatum. Yay.
I
Mandatum.
mean, what does he try to get to now? He needs Champion, he needs Halb, and he needs Yeoman. He has Champion clicked, and he needs Blast
Yay.
Furnace.
Ready.
A few more things to spend gold on.
Mandatum.
I think now he has to spam Halbs while trying to get... Oh! What is...
Yay.
What are those onagers shooting at? There's a lot of longbows there. A lot of longbows there. Market. Does Emu have a market anymore? Did you lose the market in the push? This is market. He's selling res somewhere. He's doing Yeoman, Blast Furnace. He just sold 1,000 wood for 300 gold. That's the price he had. And where is his market? Legit don't see his market anywhere. Oh, there it is. Right there. I'm looking right at it. Okay, onager, longbow. It's hard to push. Okay, so I mean, Slam if you wanted to. You could just push over here. There's a tower there. That will stop the push. Arson, I don't think that's needed. Yeoman and more champ numbers probably is needed. Or honestly, Halb more than Yeoman. Okay, onager shots. Good for Emu. Slam is the mass and rams. He's got 10 siege rams. He'll be putting 200 swordsmen inside of him. It's just a slam. Slam's gonna dodge. He's gonna dodge. As he dodges, then ooh, okay. Hussar is gonna make a break for the longbows. Nice attempt at an attack round there. Gonna make a break for the trebs, but they're gonna be under castle fire. Maybe they'll go for the economy. Emu has to be careful not to lose the front of his base. Could use a couple more bits of walling. Use the blacksmith's wall. Hussars are in now. That is an awkward spot. Nothing there really to stop it, but some pikes will go over. Slam gonna castle from a map control. He's got trebs over there. Sees the mining camps. Here comes the ram push. Oh, but the trebs, if they unpack there, could be onagered. Ooh, not gonna let that happen. We're gonna have Drazina champions and the rams. This makes it very hard for the Britons to fight. And he needs production. Let's get some good onager shots. Siege rams will take out the onagers. But all in all, Slam didn't have that many champions. Yeah, he'll get the onagers, but the rams won't kill the longbows. Emu takes the score lead. And can't really kill the Britons. There's another castle from Slam, but we get the 3 trebs from Emu. They'll be safe behind the walls to attack the castle. Gotta be careful that the trebs might hit the other trebs, but then these are werewolf trebs, so what even happens here? We have all the upgrades now. Everything I said was expensive for Emu to get. I think he's gotten it. We can just do architecture now, maybe. Trebdome crane. Hoardings. But now he's trebs. Werewolf trebs. Take out Slam's trebs. Take out Slam's trebs. And then we'll take the castle. You can't really out-treb their werewolf trebs. Emu will lose some vills there. I hope he's walled there. Champion is struggling to path. Needs to get to Halb somehow. Slam repair that castle? Slam will probably lose that castle. Hussars can break in, but longbows will be there. Yeah, what a hold champ Emu. Slam doesn't know what unit comp to use, and Emu knows exactly what unit comp to use. Emu's saying, I'm a warrior. I'm an Emu. Take your treb. A werewolf your castle, then your treb. Does Slam have detonates? He does not. He does have Drazina. Doesn't have the wood castles. Okay, Emu, I think still okay. He's maybe walling up a bit more. Use a gate, maybe. Hello, Calpit. Enjoyed a lot. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully we have more lands soon. Okay, what are these trebs gonna do? 3 trebs left. Could go for the castle. Emu's struggling for gold, though. But okay, let's go OBS. 3, 2, 1. Reconnect. Reconnect. Okay, I think we're back. Should be back. All right. I hope so.
Yay. Ready.
Or not. Maybe not. Are we back? Okay, yeah, there we go. We're back. F5. F5, there we are. Okay, we're back. I paused the game, didn't miss anything. I'll call my ISP again tomorrow. Need to fix my internet even more. And Slam now taking a bit of a better fight. Some of the champions went down for Emu. He's getting pushed back by the Hussars. He's getting another Treb. This is where he needs Halb. He's got 6k wood in the bank. I think he needs to sell some of that to do the Halb upgrade. But he will clear a castle but lose the Trebs. So if he still needs Trebs for Scorpions, that's one thing, but he's taken out all the forward castles, and he has stone for another castle. If he could ever get a castle here at the front, he'd have a much better place for taking fights. Backing right in the action, Emu still to score lead. I feel like the situation just got a bit better for Slam, though. Emu drop into 150 pop. Maybe things look better when he gets more pop. Slam adding in the spears, and he's doing detonates. Slam is over 20k more res collected, but Emu's KD significantly better. I'll see. I mean, it might just be there are cables in my neighbor's apartment that need to be replaced. Let's see what they're able to do. I don't want to have that happen during Rage Forest and suddenly have to rewatch a Rage Forest game. Yeah, not the Feudal Spears. Oh, Feudal Spears for Slam. He's really trying everything. Lawns and looters. Raids on the left. Oh, raids on the left. You're right. I was saying Slam could do this earlier. He did it. He went around. And he got into Emu's farm, whereas Emu down to 100 Vils. Maybe that's... Oh. Body block. Maybe that's actually good for the Britons, though. You get more longbows. And he's clicked Halb. He's clicked... Alright, soon to be Halbs blocking the passage, but they'll be met by Scorpions.
Yay.
And more Rams at the front, more Trebs for Slam. He's going with the Rams. And now we got Halb and Champion for the Britons. Really good swordsman line for the Britons. And now can the Longbows destroy the Scorpions? 7 Scorpions there. Longbows outrange them by quite a bit. Up. Do you want me to stack or no? Because I can, but I really don't want to because Patrol is semicolon for me. I don't know, man. I hate this game. Do whatever you want. 11-14, yes? What? Patrol is semicolon for Emu. Looks like they had a bit of a chat about that. Alright, Slam can't figure out what to do now, it seems. That Bill has to be careful not to overchop and let the Bowyers in. Slam will be raiding everywhere. Slam, ooh, he wants another castle forward. Feels like Slam might be doing this now. He just has a strong enough military that the Hussars will make it happen. How many longbows do we have? Only 30. Floating all that wood, struggling to spend it. Still has a great KD, but the Rams are doing their job. Emu's out of stone. Slam can still do more castles. Remember, he did detonate, so they cost less stone now. 40% of their cost replaced with wood. So you can do castle after castle. Probably you could even use in the market, maybe do 3 more castles. Yeah, Slam's production a bit too much. Emu down to 140 pop. The Trebs are there. The castle's forward. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 castles now for Slam. And Emu calls it GG. What was that conversation about patrol? If you patrol your units, they go on top of each other, so you take better fights. They were just having a conversation about it. Just because they were in a choke point. So that's 502 to 324 KD. Much better KD for Emu, but couldn't overcome Slam in the eco. Man, that what a game of Arena that was. Took a while. But yeah, it's like when you patrol units, which is a form of attack move, they turn off collision in some ways. So it's an occasionally controversial thing that you can do. by repeatedly patrolling to stack units on top of each other. Need a champ sooner to deal with the first siege ram attack, or like 10 onagers when he came in then? Yeah, that's what we were saying. You were kind of like caught in between, where you went for the champs but stopped the onager production. And if you stop that, then you're like, you have more map to play with. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. I always love seeing a good game of Arena. But alas, that'll be it for me for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for dealing with my one internet issue during that game. Wasn't too bad, but I still hope to get that fixed. And we'll have to raid someone, and I think we can raid, looks like Bean Dip's playing. Send a raid over to Bean. Yeah, it is on my end. It is my ISP. So go say hi to Bean Dip. Oh, thank you, RockTruck2010 for the follow. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And, well, I'll call my ISP tomorrow and see if they can fix my internet, but then I'll see you all tomorrow. So, thank you all so much. Everyone in the chat, Jacob, Calpit, we have Flying Gunman, McClanor, a race car driver, Cat Clips over on YouTube, we have Larry Croft, Rymote, Calpit, Levin, Sunder, Emu, Soxy, Hadio, Debablu, Budazang, everyone. Thank you all so much, Turs. And go say on Twitch